Live from Atlanta, Georgia, from the Fox 5 studios, this is Good Day Atlanta.
Thanks, Cheryl. It's 7:17, and when Good Day Atlanta returns, Joanne Feldman hits the road to find everything we need for an excellent outdoor adventure.
And we are at the Gear Revival in Midtown Atlanta. We got a lot of great stuff here, including recyclable underwear. We'll show you what we got out here coming up in just a few minutes.
Our Joanne Feldman is playing the Road Warrior today, and she's hanging out at Gear Revival this morning. It's an outdoor specialty shop with a twist. And Joanne joins us now live to explain. And Joanne, you talked about recyclable underwear. I'll recycle almost anything except for drawers. That. Yeah, I'm not going to recycle drawers.
And I am literally hanging out, as you said. Do I look like I'm ready for a camping trip? I got my high heels on.
That looks comfortable. Yeah, you got to play the part, though, Joe.
I think they can. They've got plenty of stuff here to get me all set up for a camping trip. That's for sure. So I think I'll be out of the high heels before the next couple of hours are over. But this place is great. They've got all kinds of cool stuff here. Not only do they have recycled and reused, I guess you could put it, where you can have secondhand items that you either bring in or you purchase. They've got recyclable things, environmentally friendly items. And as you mentioned, Mark, and I pointed out earlier, this is by far my favorite. It is the recyclable underwear. When you're done with this, Mark, you can stick it in an envelope and mail it back.
Mail it where? Where does that go? I'm just wondering where to mail it.
Well, then it becomes nice and recycled and fresh again for somebody else to use.
For someone else. Oh,
no,
wow.
But this is great. You know,
I like to break my own stuff in.
And then somebody else could enjoy it later, right? Yikes.
I don't know about that.
Makes me wonder who had this before ended up in my hand.
Handle with care.
Yes. yes. No, but you know, here's the whole idea here. It's in this economy, secondhand is, gosh, that's the way to go. If you got a lot of stuff sitting at home in your garage that you're not using anymore, you know, that kayak you have, Mark, that you haven't used in a while, you can bring that in, get some money for it, trade it in for some new gear here, try a new sport, cycling materials, things for camping, skiing, you name it. Got a little bit of everything here. So I think these guys here, Mitch, you can get me all set up for skiing, right, in just a few minutes?
That is correct.
All right, so I'm going to do some shopping here, and we'll come back in a few minutes and see what we come up with. Okay?
I'm going to dust off that kayak in the meantime, Joe.
Okay, I'd like to see you in it.
Yeah, because it's just sitting over there in the corner. It's not doing anything, so
this is the place to bring it.
Bring it on down. Absolutely. Thanks, Joe.
Right.
We'll see you in a little bit. Your time is now 7:40 when Good Day returns, creating a financial plan for 2009.
And everything you need to get ready for the great outdoors.
Yep, they are getting me geared up for some hiking out here at the Gear Revival in Atlanta. I don't know, which pair of shoes do you think would work better for the trails out there? We got more coming up out here in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Cheryl. It's being called the place to find the finest selections of outdoorsy clothing and gear in Atlanta. And Fox 5's Joanne Feldman joins us live from Gear Revival. Good morning, Joanne. You're looking awfully sporty.
Good morning, Suchitha. Yeah, they're getting me all outfitted here for some backpacking. I'm still one shoe. I don't know if I get a deal on getting one shoe versus two shoes, but they got a fabulous selection out here. Very environmentally friendly all the way around, even if it's brand new stuff. And this is Mitch Davis, the owner of the Gear Revival. Tell me a little bit about how all this works here, especially with the secondhand stuff.
Well, folks can clean out their closet. Maybe they bought some gear for a trip at one point in their life and they don't really use it a whole lot, so they can bring it to us. We'll give them cash, or they can trade it for other products. Maybe they did a ski trip, decided skiing isn't their thing. They want to take up cycling. They can bring their skis, their outerwear, and we'll trade it for a bike.
And that happens this time of year. You know, people have New Year's resolutions. They want to start something new. They want to clean up the garage, and they find something that they just haven't used in a million years. And this is the way to do it. But you've got more than one option. I mean, it's not just good old-fashioned consignment.
Yeah, we'll give them cash. Maybe their interest is paying off their credit cards that they filled up over Christmas. They can bring in their used canoe, and we'll give them money, and they can pay off their credit card or whatever.
Or pick up a new sport.
Or pick up a new sport.
So if you are looking to try out something new, if you're in the market to buy, tell me what we got out here for my backpacking trip.
Well, for instance, you've got a jacket that someone used on a ski trip, and stayed in their closet for most of the rest of the year, so they brought that into me. So if you're wanting to take up skiing and you want a nice $300 Gore-Tex jacket, the Gear Revival, it's $75. It's been used before, but it's in great shape and still has a lot of life in it.
It is. And the backpacks back here.
Backpacks, same type of thing. And this is, I guess, especially appealing to things like Boy Scouts, maybe the parents aren't sure if they're really going to enjoy it. You know, here's a pack that brand new at a retail store would have been close to $300, and we have it for $75. It's obviously in excellent condition. Your child does his Boy Scout trip. If doesn't have a great time, then bring it back and we'll buy it back from him.
Well, that's the one thing I noticed. You walk into the secondhand section of the store and you would have to tell me it was secondhand because everything looks so nice and new over there. But I do want to talk about this. You've got some backpacks here, and you were talking about what do you do if you're not really all that excited about getting a used backpack?
This is a sleeping bag, and most of the stuff that we sell detergents and cleaners, so that if you're a little weirded out by putting yourself in a sleeping bag that someone else may have slept in, you buy the sleeping bag, you take home the detergent, wash it, and it's as good as new, and you've got what was a $300 sleeping bag for $50.
All right, and in that same line of thought, I do want to clarify, if we grossed anyone else out on their breakfast about the recyclable underwear, how does this truly work?
Well, we have a washing machine and bag, and we just wash it and put it in. No,
and when it looks good, just put it back out?
It's actually broken down at the manufacturer, so you give it to us, we send it back. Usually we get a big stockpile of this stuff, send it back. They break it down to a fiber, weave it into another textile, and then re-stitch it. So sterile process. You're not buying, you know, dirty underwear.
Perfect. All right. I would even wear that. That's great. That's not bad, right?
I'm glad you cleared that up because we were a little concerned.
Next stop, I think, is going to be a ski trip, so check back with us in a few minutes.
Now, real quick, Joanne, where are they located? You said Midtown, but where exactly?
Well, they're right off of Marietta Street, which is actually a new location for you guys. You've been here just about 3 months. 955 Marietta Street. Okay. They're expanding. They've got more space. They've got more items to choose from, so come check them out.
Yeah, it looks like some great deals to be had. Thank you, Joanne.
Yes.
Hey, if you're planning an outdoor getaway, Fox 5's Joanne Feldman has the place just for you. She joins us live from Gear Revival in Atlanta, where they revive almost anything. Isn't that right, Joe?
Including underwear.
Underwear.
As we discovered a little while ago. Yep, now I'm ready for my ski trip. I've never been skiing before, so I'm not quite sure if this is, you know, the proper form, but we got a little bit of everything here. Most of this, or some of this at least, is secondhand. And you know, that's the great thing about this place. This is the Gear Revival in Atlanta, and we've been talking about the fact that you have not only a lot of great brand spanking new stuff out here that is environmentally friendly, but you also have secondhand items. People can consign their items, sell them to you. Tell me about some of the bargains you can get here on some of this equipment.
Well, skiing, for instance, you can find really affordable secondhand skis. Skis can be expensive if you're going for one trip every year and you just don't know if you're going to like it, so you can get into a pair of skis for really, really cheap, and if in turn you don't like it, then you can just bring them back to us and we can buy them back from you at a later date. And that model works with bicycles, camping equipment, all of this stuff. This is a great example of a really nice bike. If you wanted to take up cycling to get in shape for your New Year resolution, then, you know, here's a $3,000 bike for about a third of that right now at our store.
And that's good news in an economy like this.
That's right. That's right.
And not a big commitment either. I mean, yeah, if you're thinking, just toying with the idea of trying something new, but you're not really ready to plop down a chunk of change for it, this might be the way to go.
Absolutely. It works for cars, you know, certified pre-owned cars. Why not certified pre-owned bikes and boats and tents, that kind of thing.
Well, show us some more of the stuff you have over here, because, I mean, the secondhand stuff you have is in great, great shape.
Yeah, we're pretty picky about it. You know, we won't take in something secondhand if myself or Todd wouldn't use it as well. But along the lines of the new products we sell, you know, for instance, this fleece, you look at this and you wouldn't know, but this is made entirely out of recycled plastic bottles, Coca-Cola bottles, water bottles, that kind of thing. And just like the long underwear, when you get tired of it, if it's just completely worn out and we can't resell it, then it can be sent back to the manufacturer and reused. It works for fleece, it works for insulated jackets. And then beyond that, the new products that we sell, we try and focus on brands that do good for the environment across the board.
Yeah, you're telling me about this down here.
This company, Prana, which makes this shirt, their manufacturing process is powered by wind power. And so that's a good thing that they're trying to do their part at the manufacturing side of things, and we sell it, and maybe someone will use it, and then we'll sell it again.
Yeah.
So keeps it out of landfills and keeps money in your pocket too.
Yeah, this is a great way to do it, and like I said, great equipment out here. I've told them earlier they might have to watch me as I walk out the door because this coat's very comfortable and I might sneak out with it accidentally. But yeah, we've got some more out here coming up in a few minutes. It's not only what he's selling out here that is in some cases recycled and environmentally friendly, but the building itself. We're going to show you a few interesting things out here in a few minutes. Mark and Suchitha?
All right, sounds good, Joe. We'll check in with you in a little bit.
It's 8:37, and even though it's cold outside, we're getting in gear for warmer weather. This morning, our own Joanne Feldman is at the Gear Revival, checking out all the outdoor gear we'll need this spring.
Yeah, Suchitha, it's rock climbing next, so I'm working on finding some more equipment here to get me ready for my trip.
All right, Cheryl, thank you. It's Atlanta's premier spot to find the finest selection of outdoor clothing and gear in Atlanta.
Fox 5's Joanne Feldman joins us live from Gear Revival. Joanne, going for a bike ride?
Actually, I am going rock climbing.
Oh, rock climbing, okay.
Yeah, they got a helmet for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You can ride a bike with it, you can do
Multi-purpose.
whatever. Well, yeah, that's the first time I've been all strapped up like this before. I'm told that this is to make me look a little more legit because the high heels just don't do that. But yeah, I mean, Mitch, you know, we've been talking about all the great stuff you have here, but if people come here to shop, not only do they have new things to choose from, used things, or certified pre-owned things to use, they're going to get expertise from you too, right?
That's right. Everyone that works here has been doing this for 20+ years. We've all very knowledgeable about cycling, climbing, paddling, backpacking, camping, all of that stuff. We've done it. You know, if you come in and you don't find what you're looking for, which is unlikely, advice and information is free.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to dangle. Is that what I'm going to do here?
All you do is
see if this harness really works.
put that in.
Okay.
And then sit back and just maybe
And
keep a hand
imagine, if you will, that I'm surrounded by mountains and rocks and
Matterhorn.
oh, good grief! Why is this so scary? I'm what, 6 inches off of the floor? That's wow.
Strong stuff.
And I have a wedgie. Too much information, right? All right, yeah, unhook me here, please. Thank you very much. Okay, we talked earlier, though, about the fact that, I mean, you really take this idea of being environmentally friendly to heart, because even some of the fixtures in your store here have been recycled.
Yeah, exactly.
Show us around here.
Most everything in the store, all of the fixtures have been recycled from our fixtures where we hang. We had access to about 300 feet of this metal piping that was just going to be discarded when a building was demolished, so we chopped it up and made fixtures out of it. The fixtures around the perimeter of the building were actually used by Coca-Cola when the Olympics were in Atlanta in 1996. They had a little store in Centennial Park selling T-shirts and Coca-Cola Panda Bears and things like that. And so they've been sitting in a warehouse, and we got a hold of those, and the front counter and the cabinets behind it were all reused from Coca-Cola. Our fitting room that looks like a missile silo over there had a tapestry around it to look like a large Coca-Cola can.
Huh.
So we turned it into a fitting room.
All right. Well, again, you can bring in things to consign, to sell, or to trade. What is in the greatest demand here? What could you use most?
Backpacks. I think if you've got a couple of backpacks in your closet that you don't seem to be using, we'd love to have them. Backpacks are great, and bicycles as well.
Okay.
Bicycles are something we always need more of.
Terrific. Well, this is the place to either unload that or find something brand new and take up a new sport, perhaps. All right, Mitch, thank you so much for having us here this morning. And Mark, Suchitha, I think I'm ready for my rock climbing trip.
Yeah. Let's keep some of that information to yourself, though, for now. You know?
Yeah, I'll remember that next time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joanne. She looks so cute out there.
She does.
It's 8:50.